transferred after 1 year at LSU. And
did Hailey Van Lith just make the worst first impression in WNBA draft history? After being selected 11th overall by the Chicago Sky, her reaction to rejoining former LSU teammate Angel Reese was about as enthusiastic as someone watching Reese make a layup.
My goodness, the young lady out of TCU has been reunited with Angel Reese. Now, you may be like, well, what's the big deal there? Because she already got the hell away from her once. She escaped her once.
And if that wasn't enough to raise eyebrows, she then decided to disrespect Caitlin Clark on live TV. Is this the beginning of the most awkward rookie season we've ever seen? And will Van Lith actually make Reese fans and Clark fans finally agree on something? We'll break it all down. Are you ready? Let's go.
With the 11th pick in the 2025 WNBA draft, the Chicago Sky select Hailey Van Lith, Texas Christian University.
The 2025 WNBA draft was supposed to be a night of celebration and new beginnings for every player selected. But when Hailey Van Lith's name was called with the 11th pick by the Chicago Sky, the cameras captured something entirely unexpected. Instead of the customary excitement, tears of joy, or triumphant smiles we saw from other draftees, Van Lith's expression registered what many fans immediately described as pure horror. That single moment, her face and what appeared to be genuine dread during an interview, instantly became the talking point of the entire draft.
Ready. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, the facial expression did look a little, I guess, uneasy.
The contrast couldn't have been more stark. While other players were hugging family members, pumping fists, and beaming with pride, Van Lith seemed to be processing a nightmare in real time. The split second when the announcement came, her eyes widened, her smile faltered, and a look of unmistakable dismay washed over her face. Even as she composed herself seconds later, the damage was done. Viewers had witnessed her authentic reaction, not the polished response she quickly tried to substitute. And the content? A wild pivot from sports to a full hour about dating wealthy men only. Angel's core basketball fan base was left scratching their heads, wondering if they'd accidentally clicked the wrong show.
Angel Reese's latest podcast decision has left her listeners disappointed, primarily due to her choice of guest. Yeah, I think a lot of people were like, who cares about these people? Honestly.
What started as a noticeable dip in viewership quickly snowballed into a full-on disaster when Reese clapped back at critics by bluntly telling them to shut the F up. It wasn't just tone-deaf. It poured gasoline on an already smoldering fire. Fans who had been disappointed by the content now found themselves questioning her character. It was no longer just a content problem. It became a trust issue. And what happened next? Nobody saw coming. From center court to center stage at Augusta National during the Masters, Caitlin wasn't there to compete. She was there to reflect, to reset, and to reveal a side of herself most fans never get to see. And Caitlin's letting us in. The nerves, the golf stories, the off-season revelations, and the surprising way the game of golf mirrors everything she's learned from basketball. So what did she say? And why is this interview suddenly going viral? Stick around, because Caitlin Clark didn't just show up at the Masters. She made it matter.
I think you see it on TV, but when you actually get here, it's a completely different experience. So beautiful. Wherever you look, it's like a postcard. It's amazing. I think the one thing that you can't tell on TV is the hills. You can't really prepare for that. My legs were a little sore yesterday, but it's just unreal. It's perfect, honestly.
Hailey Van Lith, TCU star. I think the 11th pick in the WNBA draft. She got drafted by the Chicago Sky. She used to be teammates with Angel Reese, who is the star. I wouldn't call her the best player on the Chicago Sky. She's the star of the Chicago Sky. People are gossiping that Van Lith wants nothing to do with playing with Angel Reese again.
They sick of this Unapologetically Angel podcast. Now, the numbers from the podcast shows that fans are sick of it. Once again, I can't make this up. I'm showing y'all right now. She might need to get Castanet to come on to say this.
I was genuinely stunned when I checked the view count on Angel Reese's latest podcast episodes. We're talking about episodes struggling to reach even 70 views, a shocking dip for someone who was once one of the most talked about names in women's sport.